This is, again, not the pondering that I had hoped to be sharing with you this week, but this is the pondering that I need, for my sake, to be doing this week and next week. Because as you notice, this is part one. Today I was crying out, when? And a dear friend of mine sent me a devotion on Psalm 77, where the psalmist said, "Is your compassion gone forever? Have you forgotten us?" And then he said, "But I will remember. I will remember what you have done of old." So, in the midst of a day where I was crying out when, I need to remember the lessons that the Father has taught me in this journey. Now, this journey started in December of 2023, when the amount for the construction loan was not going to be enough for the house that I knew he wanted me to have built. And he said, "Will you go my way?" And after some discussion on what's your way, and he said that the body of Christ make up what is missing from that construction loan. And me arguing with him about why would anybody do that? To which he said, "Well, why do you give when I tell you to give? It's called obedience. Will you go my way?" I said, "Yes." And even though at the time I thought the amount that would be needed was not that big in my thinking, all of that has changed in this 2-year journey, because it's almost December of 2025. And one of the first lessons I had to learn was that my faith, my great trust in him was simply not enough. We don't walk. Paul didn't walk by the strength of his own faith. It's his faith. Galatians 2:20, in the literal edition, Paul said, "I live through faith from the Son of God." And Jesus, in explaining to his disciples why the fig tree withered, he said to them, "Have faith from God." He wants to give us his faith. Jesus wants to give us his faith, his trust in the Father's goodness and character. In the beginning of this journey, when it wasn't nearly as overwhelming looking as it is now, I asked the Father this question: did Jesus ever doubt that you would come through? Did he ever doubt that you would fulfill your promises? And he said, "Not once." Which is why we need faith from the Son of God, because he's the only one who ever walked this planet who has never doubted the goodness and the love of his Father. Hope you enjoyed the portion of this week's pondering that can be found at the YouTube channel Pondering His Word with Maureen Gower. If you would like to hear the whole message, please feel free to check it out there. And may God bless you with a wonderful day.